1.
There
Are we
we
live?
go.
2, 1.
I think
Are we live?
I think we did it right today. I think we did it right today.
Oh my god, my hair. No one
It's
told me.
beautiful. I love it. I love it. Hello, everyone.
What's up? What's up?
Hallo, Freunde.
Hello. So,
Hey, Pizza 65. Hello. Pizza.
I thought you were already
I
picking the
heard it's
keyword
pizza
with
time.
that.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Pizza.
Pizza
time.
time.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
It's
gosh.
such a good song. Hello, friends. Peter is there. Hello, Peter. It's actually Peter 1995 54X. So it's not the normal 1995 4, it's the 1995 4X version of Peter. So welcome, Peter.
I love the account name Shadow Owner UK. Very original. I think that's my favorite name. So hello, Shadow Owner UK.
I think he just took the name because that's the word nerd hidden in it.
Oh,
Maybe.
is it? I mean, oh my god. I didn't even understand.
We're getting Tico Gentle is asking us to say hello, Samuel. So hello, Samuel.
Hello, Samuel.
Hello, Samuel.
I hope you can hear us loud and clear. And I hope you're enjoying Shadow.
Woo!
Maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's making the youngest Shadow, how do you say, avocado advocate, right?
Yes, no, avocado advocate, same difference, right?
Pretty
I
similar.
learned Spanish once, very briefly. Avocado is the only word I remember, and I think it means avocado.
I think so. I've never heard of avocado meaning anything other than avocado. And I think that's
Well,
the only way to make food Californian is you add avocado.
True. Ryan, very, very astute point there.
I've seen that so much with Luke. Every time he's doing something, he adds avocado on it and hot sauce.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Extra hot sauce everywhere I go.
All you need
So,
is
yeah.
toast, and then you're pretty much you live in Southern California. That's pretty much it right there.
Unless you want to make tomato sauce. I mean, Luke would probably still add some avocado.
And hot
And
sauce.
some hot sauce, yeah, of course.
So, do we know what this week's epic games of the week is?
You mean free game, Epic Game Store, Epic Game Store, free game of the week?
If you're a gamer, you know what I mean. I don't have to explicitly say that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, Ryan.
And I'm not being paid to ask this, by the way.
No.
I would love to be paid to ask that, actually.
That'd be great. I mean,
Yeah.
technically you are right because we're on the Shadow News, and I mean,
No, but I mean, come on. I'm not meaning the peanuts I'm being paid to work here. I mean being actually paid, you know?
wait, you're being paid?
Like making money, you know? Like affording this place.
But I mean,
That's
you're. Oh, it's Borderlands. Hey, that's actually pretty amazing. I must say.
Is this the first one?
No. It's Borderlands 3, correct?
No, is it the first Borderlands? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
You're the one that says as the secret news. All right, where is it? Where
Well, I
is
don't know.
it?
Because my favorite Borderlands game, and I might get some hate for that, is the pre-sequel, right?
I don't think that's bad. I feel like that's a lot of people's, right?
Really? I always
Maybe?
heard the second one. It's like Assassin's Creed 2, you know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm like,
a lot of games hit their strides in their second game, so it's not to me. I think I've only played the second and the third. I have not played the first because apparently I just don't care about the beginnings.
well, I don't even know if there's a connection storyline, but the pre-sequel just had the best abilities. You know, I had the guy with the shield, and you could just throw the shield. Oh, it was so much fun.
I think I know who that is. I played 0 and 2 and then Amara in 3, but I don't.
I think Zero is the assassin, right?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I never played the like the crit characters. I always played the ones who like went in with the melee and then like I was very American, you know. I always had my revolver like bam 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 bam,
You're
and then next revolver bam bam bam, next revolver bam bam.
grade A McCree in Borderlands. I like it. I like it.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Hip firing.
I'm seeing a lot of questions from you guys right now, and I do appreciate the interest and the inquisitiveness. We're going to get to your questions and answers As a reminder, we do have a dedicated portion for that. Right now, we're gonna roll through the news, but before we do that, we have to kick off this new tradition we have, which is identifying and coming up with a key word for the questions and answer section.
Now that I think of it, we would actually need like, how do you say that? We need to say it all at the same time, you know, like this, like it's a sentence, you know. It's like
Mhm.
we need to find the new keyword.
The new keyword. Like that?
That would be great. Yeah.
All right, it'll be the new bit. We'll practice
Okay,
it
cool.
in between next week and now. I like it.
That would make me happy.
So we have a couple good ones already. Fresh avocado. You know, it's on theme. It's on topic. We're talking about avocados.
True.
Banana, not a bad one either.
I would love to have some handsome in there.
Avocado sauce sounds. So
What
it's
about-
guacamole. Talking about,
How,
right?
how about handsome,
Yeah.
handsome hot sauce? I like handsome hot sauce.
Handsome hot
It's
sauce
not
is
in there,
good.
but it's mine.
This is good.
So I think avocado is a good word to go with, but we need to find it a complement to it.
What about
Like
avocado bravocado?
we could do that. We could do that.
No mermaid this time, please.
No mermaids.
No mermaids.
No mermaids.
Handsome bravocado even. That's a good one.
Avocado. Should we go with that?
Handsome
Handsome
bravocado.
bravocado.
All right, it's in
Oh,
all
definitely.
caps, so I feel like that's the real key. Is if you say it
Yeah.
first in all caps.
So
I cannot.
That one guy, 82. You are our special winner today. You have won the word of the day. Handsome bravocado is the word, all caps. Now you win 100 shadow points. Congrats.
Avo- but I,
Your local grocery store, they take them for sure, I think.
Okay,
There
good.
you
but I like the avocado assemble too. Avocado assemble.
go. Sorry, Handsome Bravocado is already locked
Mhm.
in and loaded. It
But-
came too late.
but it
I
should.
know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say real quick. There's some good suggestions that came after, like avocado Avengers, kind of neat, but
Definitely. And please do save those shadow points. They are worth a lot. Don't spend them
Yeah.
on place. It will be part of the next crypto craze. So on the menu today, we have activations. We have
Wow.
an update about a new. We might have launched something like a Norum or a Quorum. I forget what that's what it's called, but something new to help you guys discuss all things shadow, find your answers, and also rank up for helping people, which is cool.
Huh.
We have some cool news possibly coming about our team growing. What? Say what?
What team?
I don't know, because there's no I in team, right? And then we have a couple. We'll talk about a giveaway or two. So let's get to the news people want to hear. Is activations, obviously. What's the latest on that? So let's jump to Europe first. Malta, what can you tell me about activations in Paris data center and Netherlands, Amsterdam?
Luc, correct me if I'm wrong as always, but I think there's nothing new on that since last week and the week before that. We're pretty much on schedule, which means everyone is updated on time-ish. And we might even go so far and say that people, at least in Amsterdam, this I know, can be activated before time. So yeah, keep on pressing F5 on your inbox.
And so what about the activation date people are getting in their customers' accounts? Because they're getting the month, if I'm correct.
I think so. I think we have a very precise date in it yet.
We don't have a precise date, yeah. So it's just a month. So it is a very wide range, obviously.
Yes.
But you take into account there's a lot of factors that go into activations, which include the demand, which include when you order, where you are located, and also with the whole COVID situation, it's also thrown a wrench in the whole thing. I think that's the expression.
Range is very strong though.
Well, it has. So it is hard for us to pinpoint a date because it's always fluctuating. So we tried to give you guys a broad sense of when you're activated, so which is why we're doing the month.
Yeah, And for everyone who thinks we're just a cloud PC or something, we still need the hardware. So guys, we just don't actually have real clouds.
What?
You know. So that means we have a limited amount of stock.
Limited
Yeah.
amount. Cool.
Sounds weird, I know, but that's the harsh truth. Working
Exactly.
with cloud technology, it's finite.
But it is fluffy. I can confirm that.
You've been there. I did not touch any of our
Yeah.
data center or
I want to see our
blades yet,
fluffy
so I
data
don't know how
centers.
floppy they are.
I've been there, and it was quite the experience. You know, I felt like I was with a lot of fans, literally.
Let me guess, you were blown away.
Yes, I was quite really blown away.
Okay, good stuff.
So we'll stop with the puns there.
Yeah.
So that's Europe. So everything is pretty stable. Activations are going on as planned. Now, Ryan, what can you tell us for the US side of things?
Yeah, so kind of a lot of information actually. So the key thing here that I'm going to just state it right out the gate is the number one most important data point for you to understand your activation time is to know the day that you ordered. Everything that we do is basically oriented off of that. So for anyone that is a super recent order, essentially if you ordered within this week after or on the date of May 26th, I will do a breakdown for you. Those are obviously a smaller group, but that is for California or SV2. That's going to be, you'll be activated by June 25th. Chicago, July 23rd. Texas, July 23rd. And New York by July 23rd. Again, we've been testing and listening to your feedback regarding communication. So that's why we made this change to a more specific date that gives you a timeline by when you have your shadow at the latest. But obviously, again, our team's goal is to always activate as quickly as we can in the order of first come, first serve. For orders before that, it's both a little bit trickier and, well, not trickier. There's been an update, essentially. So if you ordered before May 26th, for New York, Chicago, and Texas, we're promising by end of June. That's actually pretty similar to what we were previously doing, where we said that it would have activations would happen in June on an average of 5 to 7 week wait time. But right now we just wanted to solidify it as by end of June as the promised date. But again, working to move as quickly as we can on that. And last but not least, an unfortunate one, as many of you know with SV2, particularly if you're existing users that connected to it this last weekend, we had some network issues that have flared up, particularly over Memorial Day weekend. We had noticed some small things earlier, and during these streams, we had communicated that our teams were monitoring it real time and would do sort of what we called stop and go activations. Unfortunately, after the network issues this last weekend, we had to hit a stop. And based on our original calculations, we were going to be able to activate quite a lot of users this week. And so we were not able to, which means that those of you from, I believe it's the order dates of up to 5/25, all the way back to if you ordered like some of the May 8th people. So between May 8th and May 25th, if you ordered for that part and you're connecting to the California data center, currently we're based on our infra deployment that will be coming, we will be activating you the week of June 15th. And if we're able to escalate that or expedite that, we will absolutely let you know.
Thanks, Ryan. That was indeed quite a lot of information on the US side activations, but glad to hear things have smoothed out a bit in terms of the SV2 stuff. So that's activations for you guys. We do have a couple smaller updates just to briefly talk about. Now, our devs, our talented devs, who are just so smart, they finally were able to fix a problem that no one else can fix, which is the stay logged in mechanism during the process when you log into your shadow at the client level. Our devs, they worked all day and night, and yes, they can develop a leading cloud gaming platform. Yet this was the most puzzling thing for them. But honestly, thanks to your feedback that we saw on Reddit, on Discord, we were able to escalate this to the devs, and they, from what I've been told, have fixed this once and for all. I have seen some one-off cases that people are still having issues with it. But what I've seen, it is fixed.
Yeah, and if you're one of those cases that Luke mentioned, just don't hesitate to contact support about it. So our devs can look into those specific cases and make sure the right variable is put in the right place at the right time with a good loop in it, so you're not stuck.
So yeah, I can see some comments. People are saying that it's not 100% fixed. So again, like Malta said, if you have an issue, you can contact support and they'll look into it closely.
Exactly.
So that's for that little tidbit of news. Another interesting piece of information we got yesterday is about the iOS app. So this is going to be a new release coming to beta, and it might be coming end of this week, early next week. You guessed it. Yes, you guessed it. Keyboard support is coming. Again, we saw a lot of feedback from the community across all the channels demanding keyboard support or else. So we got a little told the devs, and they coded like crazy, and that is going to be coming in beta.
But isn't this an Android country here in the chat at the moment? No one looks excited.
I think it's mostly an Android country. Yes.
Yeah, it's an Android country here.
Yes.
Anyway.
So that's for iOS. That's coming into beta, not the official version. Beta only. So we still have to test it, debug it a bit, and you guys will obviously help us to give feedback on that. And in a second phase, we'll be also rolling out, I think it's mouse support. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, don't promise anything too deep yet, huh? Don't promise anything too early. But it's still development.
That's also on the roadmap, if you will.
Yeah, just remember, all promises from Luke come with the condition that if they're not met, he eats his shorts, right?
Exactly. And so far, I have not ate them yet. So look at me, Ryan.
Woo! Well, we can't.
He only has one.
To be fair, we can't see his shorts, so there's no proof he has or hasn't eaten them. But
and you don't want to make me stand up right now. Oh, we regret that.
Well, that's what you say.
You might enjoy it. You might enjoy the show. But anyways, enough about that. So, and we also have support for. I'm sorry. Where is this joke? My joke writer is making funny jokes that.
I'm sorry. I just saw it on. I just saw it in the. How's it called in the. God damn, my words are missing. You know.
Right.
This thing that you have, the changelog, right? It was written in changelog. I was like, yeah, Stadia controller. Who's using that, right? and then I went on Reddit, and there was this guy actually plugging it in, and I had so much fun. So yeah, there you go. So yes, you can use your Stadia controller on your Shadow, have as much fun as you want with that, and of course you can also play Stadia on Shadow, which I heard is so much fun if you really love latency issues. And the same goes for PlayStation Now. So if you want to play this Houses game called that's coming out soon, the second part. I had a huge discussion with Akimi today. The Last of Us 2. Oh my god. If you want to play that on PlayStation Now on Shadow, it's possible. It's possible. You don't need a PlayStation to play it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Here, it's Shia LaBeouf. Life.
So those are the smaller, lighter updates for you guys. Now on to the next pretty big announcement that's been in the works for a while is the forum. So we launched officially a Shadow community forum yesterday. If you guys didn't sign up within the 24 hours, I'm very, very sorry for your loss because you missed out on a badge that was exclusive for people who only signed up the first 24 hours, and that is expired now.
I got it. I actually made a second account, so I have two.
If you want, you can sell.
I can trade.
So why do we make a forum? Yes, we have Discord, we have Reddit, we have Twitter, we have Facebook. We're diluting the community, all this stuff. No, so now the forum, the goal with the forum is in order to centralize all of the questions, comments, feedback about Shadow in one place, in one organized place that allows you as a community member to go in there, find what you want fast, and keep gaming on Shadow. What we realized is that a lot of the information before the forum was spread out across Reddit, across Discord. It wasn't well organized, and we as a company didn't have the tools in place to really make it easy for you to find what you wanted. And this is why we made a forum. So that's the first reason. Second reason is that a lot of you guys help out. There's a lot of mutual help, a lot of community help, and the forum allows you to get rewarded and notify. And what's the word I'm looking for? And
I don't know.
It's this time of the day today. But my
And-
question here is,
highlighted
how do you get, like, what currency do you pay them out in, Luke,
and
for helping out?
recognized is what I'm looking for. Recognized for your help. So you can unlock badges as well as obviously gain XP points and rank up.
Wait, did I hear correctly? Badgers?
Yes, badgers, many.
Okay. I love badgers.
No, so
Badger,
it's
badger, 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 badger.
badges. So you can unlock that. So that's the forum. Also, to be very very clear, the forum will become the place where we communicate all of our news first, before Discord, before Reddit. Especially if you're in the U.S. and the U.K., news will always break there first. So if you're looking for the latest news, go to the forum first before going to Discord, before going to Reddit, because it'll be there. It's going to be the official place for news.
And if it's not there first, it's not news. That's it.
Exactly. And it's not official.
And not news.
So definitely have a look at the forum. Check it out. We just launched it, so there may be some bugs. Maybe. So if you have any feedback, let us know. Also, what's really cool, and Ryan, if you want to talk about this, is that we're going to be bringing a bug feedback category.
What?
Yeah,
That's
yes.
dangerous.
So we're gonna be basically bringing it pretty soon here. We don't have an exact date to share at this moment, but essentially the goal is gonna be, you know, we talked a lot about how it's about helping each other out and building that community and having that community support there, but also on our side, leveraging the platform in a way that we can actually have insight into, you know, your Shadow experience, the issues you're experiencing in a more structured, focused, technical way. That will be interesting to us, right? But really, this is going to help some of the other internal teams that are already regularly looking for your feedback or tracking your issues through the means that we have. This provides a different channel where you can have more direct input on bug feedback. So that's in the works. Just like the forum, once it launches, I'm sure it'll evolve in its own way, have its own issues to iron out. But we're really excited about this part and looking forward to sharing about it.
Definitely, and I'm very excited too, just to be able to actually see what the community wants and what kind of feedback they have for us. So it'll be quite a different experience than the Reddits and Discord environments.
Maybe you should create a section for comments about our Twitch, you know, so they can demand, don't know, you wearing a wig or something, or
Wait.
Well, I mean, a wig. Why? You don't like my hair?
no, I love your hair. I just mean, you know, sometimes gonna change it up.
True.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of
True.
when your head is shaved, right? You have that form of
Yeah.
expression, Luke.
I mean, look at me. Like, I have to have like a hairnet before and then put a wig on. You know, you can just like flop it on there, boop boop. You know, snippy snappity,
True.
goes quickly.
No, but definitely, and we're going to be trying to also posting the agenda for Shadow News on the forum beforehand as well.
He did not talk to, like, he did not mention this to us before, so he's just promising again. Remember the shorts, Luke.
I told you guys on.
Remember the shorts, Luke.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll stop there. So that's the forum in a nutshell. Again, go check it out. We're all on it. You know, just being dudes, guys being dudes. So and girls, of course. But we're on there. We're quite active on it, and it's going to be really a very important part of the community going forward.
Yes. I might just add there also, just because for the people that are still like, oh no, the Discord and Reddit, like I can't express
True.
enough. We're all like super users of Reddit and Discord ourselves. Like Luke and Malta, I think at least I know Luke for sure is more the Reddit expert than I am, but I use Discord on a daily basis for personal use. So like we have no interest in these things not being involved. It's just more adjusting now that we have this new channel and tool. So I just wanted to stress that because again, like it's a part of us as much it is a part of your community experience in our day-to-day lives.
No, good point, Ryan. Thanks for bringing that up. It's very true. Just one comment. Semsicles is asking for an official roadmap. We have one, Semsicles. It's on the website. I think there's a shortcut too that you can use. But
oh no, I messed it up.
we have a roadmap. It's there. It's live. It's sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ma. That's it.
Yeah.
So a few more things before we get to the highly anticipated Q&A section. And don't forget the what is the word again?
I think it
Recognized?
shoot,
I
it was
forget.
avocado bravocado.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm scrolling. My chat stopped scrolling. Oh no, we've lost it.
I'm sure someone has it saved. So a quick note for those of you who are based in Europe and who pre-ordered Shadow Ghost. The Eagle has landed. Shadow Ghost has arrived, but it is going through customs right now. So we're not unable to give you an exact date as to when it'll be shipped to your humble abode. But we can confirm that things are moving and the ghosts are ghosting.
Puns. Funny.
The ghost be ghosted.
They be ghosting.
They be ghosted.
What are pugs doing? Are pugs pugging?
I think so.
Pogs are pogging, yeah.
Pog and Pog. Poggerson.
Okay.
I guess
are avocados doing?
I'll just suggest real quick, just for the Shadow Ghost. For the US side, no changes yet in terms of availability. Still hoping to bring that. But once we will have updates, we will share them very quickly.
And don't forget, if you have an Apple TV or some sort of an Android device, you can already use Shadow, right? Not on the Shadow Ghost, but at least on one of those two beautiful gadgets.
Or potato.
Or potato.
You have one handy.
Or
Love potatoes. Me as a German, I love potatoes.
Oh, you would. Kerfuffle, right?
Kartoffel.
Kerfuffle.
Cafefe. Almost like cafefe, but
if only. Okay, I'm not gonna go there.
all right.
Dodging that one.
Stop.
Two more pieces of news on a more lighter note. We have a giveaway going on right now on our Twitter accounts, on the global one, on the French one, and on the German one. We are offering your friend one free year of Shadow Boost. That's right. I said one free year of Shadow Boost being offered right now on our Twitter accounts. All you have to do is go there and tag a friend who needs Shadow. That's all we're asking. Nothing more, nothing less.
Of course, as Shadow, the activation of the Shadow is already running, so you can not use it yet, but the time is already ticking, so be fast.
Oh, I thought it was a year delay for activation.
Yes.
It also might just be a year of activation delay, and you might be right.
Yeah, don't read the small print, maybe.
Ah, shoot. So 1 year of Shadow Boost activation time, wait time that you're gonna win for your friend. It's gonna be good. He'll appreciate it. You can watch other people play and have fun.
And Hi 217 North America NA is also part of this. They can win it as well. You guys are welcome as well. That is going to be on our global English channel. So good luck to you all, and tag a friend in need. Now, the last piece of news, kind of a fun piece of news, it's cool, is that you can expect this small yet sexy team to evolve and grow. We're actually on the we've actually are officially going to be hiring a few new people to join us on the CM team. Did you know about that? Did you guys hear about that?
I heard whispers through the grapevine.
Okay.
I heard we're gonna have gnomes. Is that true?
I don't want to spoil it, but it could be a reality.
Noma, that
would
might
love-
not be true.
I'd love to have gnomes.
You missed
Maybe.
my joke. Gnome, I hadn't heard about that.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Not at all.
Not
Goddamn. This is like we're like dad jokeception here or something.
There it is. You see the cringing
Yes.
as they watch you.
There will be new, other, probably more beautiful faces than ours
Yes.
hanging around.
It can only get better than us. Be honest here.
But
And I'm kind of confused. No one said anything about me looking like a human again. I'm a little sad. No one noticed.
You do look more groomed, but I thought that happened a couple weeks ago. I thought you
No,
actually got your haircut a couple weeks ago.
I know it feels like an eternity, but it's like last week. So
so what these new hires will bring, like, how does it impact you as a community? It doesn't. Oh, it does actually. That's bad. But so we're expecting to hire, yes, I'll say right now, 3 new people to the team. You heard it, 3. So what that means for you is that we'll have more people actually available to chat with you, to answer your questions, but also to have fun, to discuss about Shadow, about gaming, about tech, run more contests, more giveaways, be around more on Discord, Reddit, the forum. So it's going to be cool to have more new, fresh blood. And no, we're not being replaced.
not yet.
Depends
Not
on how
yet.
sexy these people
But
are, right? But
this could be a sign of bad things to come, I think, actually.
yeah, we're screwed.
I mean, who knows if Luke right now is not just 2 gnomes stacked upon each other.
Also true. We've never seen his shorts, so how can you say?
There you go.
But yeah, so you can expect to see new faces around the community platforms. So please do be nice to them, be kind to them. They're going to be very fresh, innocent, naive young souls, and they haven't met the Shadow community just yet. So
be nice.
I'm joking.
Ask us about activation, being nice to them.
Yeah.
But one thing that actually no, it's a question. We gotta transition officially to the situation.
Almost there.
I always want to jump on the
transition.
And so that's really the news for this week. I did want to leave one note too, is that if you enjoy watching Shadow News and enjoy watching us talk about these things, please tell one friend and tell him or her how it has impacted your life and why they should watch Shadow News too. Now, I'm not stealing that. I'm not going to steal that from anybody, but that was from a podcast I heard. So,
But it's so true.
I'm not going to steal it, but
affecting my
it's
life
definitely
every week.
stolen.
Yeah, it's definitely from a podcast. But no, but seriously, like, if you enjoy the show and you think it could provide a laugh or a more thoughtful appreciation of things, definitely tell a friend or two, because we're here. We're looking to make new friends, and
Luke
that's
needs a lot of them.
That's my plug for the show. And yeah, I need friends too. I'm alone here at my apartment.
He's still playing Halo by himself. Fun fact.
I am, badly enough for them, but they just released Halo 2, and boy, am I going down memory lane. Okay. Anyway.
I thought you were just going down as usual.
Oh.
That was a spicy
all right.
one.
So it is officially Q&A time. We can roll out the word. You can start spamming it in chat. I want to see that in all caps, and we will start taking questions from you guys for the next 20 minutes.
And some
They
bravocado.
all had it copied up right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As usual.
We'll
That's me. That's me.
Cool.
I like the just yes, queen.
that one will forever be engraved into the Shadow Hall of Fame because that's a good one.
To be fair, that was the defining moment that we decided to have a keyword, I think, right? Like it was the yas of the queens.
Yes.
That was this.
Really was.
Didn't we have that guy who renamed himself to the second word we had?
He did, and it was what was it again? Shoot.
Don't remember. That was a good one.
It was it was so
I only remember something mermaids. I don't even remember that.
That was the last one, man.
Magical Mermaids.
I wanted to check in our doc, but it's not in our doc.
There was flamboyant butter. Yeah, we should start saying that. There was
God,
flamboyant butter, and I think something with potatoes.
That one was good.
Maybe.
We should write those down, actually.
Yeah.
We should keep it.
Anyway.
Keep the list of it.
Yes. Now we got some
Ryan.
handsome bravocados.
Ryan, we have to swoopity swappity. Fast.
Oh, that's
All
right.
Ryan, go ahead for the questions. Do your thing. I know, Ryan, you are very eager to answer questions.
There's one with my name in it too, and it's the
Please.
person that provided us with the keyword. So I feel like he has to go first.
Go ahead then, yes.
And to answer your question, if I ordered on April 28th, when can I expect activation? Tricky part there, I would need to know your exact data center to give you the best representation, but because you provided us with such a great keyword, I will give you a refresher. If you ordered before 5/25, May 25th, for California, currently, if you haven't been activated, June 15th, that week is your target date. It's an unfortunate delay. However, for Chicago, Texas, New York, it's by end of June 2020. We're working on a first come, first serve. Generally, we've given the 5 to 7 week average timeline based on your order date, but I would still just know that you will have it for sure by end of June.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm seeing a question from multiple Canadians. I'm assuming they're Canadians because they're asking about Canada. So the question is, Shadow coming to Canada? Ryan, do you want to? I think you may. I mean, we have no information to share, but Ryan, you can kind of talk about what we've done in the past.
Yeah. So, as a brief overview, just essentially, you all have been very persistent, and we very much appreciate how much interest has come from our friends up north in Canada. We initially did some evaluation to see. I think probably the best way to understand it is see if it might be included in what we pushed when we were able to provide it to the Explorer states. However, at this point, we haven't made any determination to actually launch into Canada because we have a lot of priorities to focus on at this time. That's kind of our general stance on expansion anywhere right now. And then the best way I put it, though, however, we do have a specific Canada channel in the North American Discord that is left over from those early tests and evaluations, which you are able to join if you would like to meet your fellow Canadians that are interested in Shadow. There's no real information that gets updated there outside of what I'm providing you here, but the goal again is we recognize your interest. We would love to be in Canada. We don't have specific plans. In the meantime, we're happy to host you, help you meet other people, and help you understand and be a part of the Shadow community overall.
Cool. Thanks, Ryan.
I have an important one.
Yes.
Because radical raw? How do you say that? Anyway, is adding, I think, at least 1 or 2 exclamation marks every time you skip his question. So he or she's asking, does Europe not have the same kind of timeline indication like the US in terms of activation? I don't like the way that he's putting a negative question in there, but no, it's not the same timeline indication. It's different, but I don't know if you want to know more about Europe or the US, but basically we said at the very beginning of the stream, Europe is actually on time at the moment. So yeah, of course, not the part about Shadow Ultra and Infinite, but this is all according to time, means we already communicated about it, and you can currently see in your account page where you are at and when you're going to get activated. So
yeah. So
this answers your question.
I'll just answer 2 things, or 1 add to you real quick, Malta, and then 2 address a specific question. So Malta, definitely what you said, and what I think it can help understand, since I'm on the US side, is that like the starting points were different for both areas or regions or markets, however you want to describe it. Our goal is to land at the same point where everyone has Ultra, Infinite, and Boost available. But because we're not there yet, we have different communications that we're actively trying to refine. Sometimes we test something in one area and others. And that's why Malta can say, hey, we're on time, specifically with Boost, whereas with US, it's a little bit more different because it really matters based on your data center.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And then to address a specific one, Olaf, he's not even using the keyword, but my dear friend, I answered your question about, quote, why is the CPU so bad last week? The answer is still the same. We hear your feedback. Thank you.
Yeah, just in general, the CPU, we can address it now. We see your questions. We're not skipping it on purpose. The CPU, we've heard the feedback. We are giving it, of course, the feedback back to our teams, to the devs. They are aware of this. They're looking into it. But that's all we have for now. That's all the information we have for now. We wish we had more, of course, but as us, as the messenger, we're doing our best to consolidate the feedback and give it to the teams and let them decide what to do next. But that's out of our hands as well. So thank you for your feedback. Please continue giving it to us. But we've heard you loud and clear for the CPU.
And as a very wise country manager once told me, the good thing about a bottleneck is it always shifts. So even if we might replace or upgrade the CPUs, you'll have another bottleneck in there. And I'm sure of one thing, you're going to find it.
Of course.
Anyway, there's a question for you, Luke.
Yes, love questions.
From can you win _
Nice.
asking, will there be a UK data center anytime soon for better connection, and is the Samsung DeX working well with Shadow?
So on the first question, when is a UK data center coming? We have, to my knowledge, no plans to open a data center in the UK in the near future. Of course, we're always evaluating the current experience, seeing how we can make things better. And if we do determine that, yes, a UK data center will need to be put in place, we'll obviously make that decision. But right now, we feel as if the experience overall is very, very good from Paris. And we have no plans as of now to open a data center in the UK. But of course, things could change, like I said. In terms of the Samsung DeX, I have seen members of the community use it, but I'm not. But that's all I can say. But beyond that, do you guys have anything to add about Samsung DeX? Because I don't.
There's a lot of positive feedback actually about people using the DeX, to be honest.
I see some feedback in the comments too about it. Yeah. Says it works great, but keyboard is broken. So I would ask the community mostly about using the DeX. They probably know more than I do on that topic.
And just a quick feedback again to the chat in general. There's some very support related or technical related questions that we cannot answer. I mean, I know we all look smart here, right? All three of us, and we look very techy and like we know what we're talking about, but we cannot help individual cases in terms of technical support. So please be aware that we cannot look into your PC or anything around that. So please contact our colleagues from the support, and they'd be happy to help you out right away. Or even better, go to Luke's and Ryan's new community forum.
Thank you. I was waiting for that. I was like, when is he gonna say it? When is he gonna say it?
I gotcha. I got my line. Now pay me.
I see a really good question from Brajun. I don't know. I think I'm not saying that correctly. I'm assuming he or she is Dutch, asking about the VR exploration program coming to Europe. I can confirm it's in the plans, and we are hoping to roll it out this summer, as soon as this summer. So keep an eye out. Of course, when we do have information about it, we will communicate on this, and we will yell from the rooftops. You will know about it. So stay tuned. It's in the works. We want to open this to more people. And Europe, get ready. VR is coming.
Fireball Master 99 is really spitting the fireball, man. I don't know. like if I would be on my Discord, this guy would definitely have a timeout right now. So, but since we're not on my Discord,
The all caps.
yeah, and we're all nice here, I can tell you that I don't have an answer for your question. So if any one of you guys has an answer to this question, I don't know. You go ahead. Because the question of Windows 10 running slow after 6 months, I don't even know how you measure that properly. I don't know what you do with your shadow, but
It sounds more like a Windows issue, no? I mean,
yeah,
I'm no expert here, but
like usually the longer you have an OS running without like redoing it over and over time, it's just going to clutter up your space. So I don't know. You might want to redo it over time anyway. Like I know that Sakimi is doing this like every 6 months or so.
yeah, I
Like,
guess.
that's like
Mhm.
same for your phone, right? Unless you buy a new one every 2 years, then you might not notice that.
Thank God we have Heiliger Bim Bam 2103, who is an IT specialist and sounds like one too. And he says he had diagnosed the problem, and he says it's a Windows 10 problem. So,
Props to that name, by the way. Love it.
Ryan, any questions you see that you wanna tackle?
I mean, there's a lot, but I don't see a lot of handsome bravocados. That's, I think, my big problem here. Like I see,
Well, I see two.
well, I mean,
very
I see
handsome bravocados
two,
right here.
but I see like 14 questions. You know, like the ratio there is a little not handsome or bravocado. There we go. Me. We'll go with that one. Reward the most recent. Oh, it's a question I don't have a technical answer to.
Yeah, that's the thing I do.
But I will say this more speakly. I have seen personally the feedback about two-factor authentication. I know it's a topic that's been discussed internally. I don't personally have an exact status update or what the plans are to share, other than that the feedback has been heard. I've seen discussions within our teams about it, and something that we can follow up on for sure, because obviously 2FA is the way of the future, the way of now, really.
And to be honest, I hate it.
I mean, yeah, we have a fun little dance every week, Mocha.
Yeah, it's true. I really hate it because I'm afraid I don't even remember my master password to my authenticator anymore. So I'm afraid if I lose my phone, I have to change it. I'll not be able to log in anymore, guys. So if you all of a sudden you don't see me anymore, it might just be happening that I don't know my two-factor authentication code anymore. So
And you had issues this week with Discord now.
well, that's another story. Let's not talk about that.
Let's not go there.
Are there still open SAM positions to apply for, Luke?
To my knowledge, they have all been filled or very close to being filled. We're on the final round of interviews.
Do you speak German, Lanikai?
If you do speak German, we'd be possibly interested in a German CM position. So if you speak German or want to learn it via Duolingo in 2 days,
Yeah.
only on weekends. So I
Yeah.
guess he's a beer drinker, or
There you
she's
go.
a beer drinker.
Boom.
But I did want to say also, as we wrap up Shadow News, that you can also feel free to ask us questions about the company, about like how work goes, how our team runs, what we do in the company exactly, what the vision is of the company, what we think about competitors. There's a lot more to questions you could ask us than just your issues as well. So just wanted to let you know that we're happy to answer bigger and larger questions about anything you can think of about Shadow. Do we like our manager? I hate him or her. But anyways.
And just another reminder to the reminder of the reminder.
Yeah.
We often accused of not answering all the questions, and I promise from an honest heart, I'm not doing it on purpose. Unless I really do hate you, then it can happen that I skip you on purpose. But any questions that we don't answer right here, please just see if you can check them on the forum, because that's the good thing about the forum. You might actually meet Luca Ryan there or someone of the community who can help you out easily, because it's just so many questions popping in sometimes. And you see, I'm babbling 5 minutes at a time, so too slow.
No, but it's a good point. The forum is a new friend. So a couple of questions. That guy that does is asking how does the team run. So the CM team, we're a team. We're now I think we're 5 people right now, spread across the U.S., UK, Paris, France, Germany. But we all sit in the Paris office together. Ryan obviously sits across from us in the U.S. Sadly enough, we wish he was with us over here. Would be better, but we rely a lot on Slack. Obviously, is our main communication tool. We use a tool called Monday.com to really in order to keep things structured and process based. But yeah, it's a lot of slacking. It's a lot of meme sharing. It's really a fun time.
And yes, he does hear the coins like getting into his pocket in the back when he says those words.
I'm getting paid for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Use activation timeline for pre-purchases around May. Ryan, do you want to go into that again, or should the guy just like
the May one?
Like,
yeah. So for the May, I would just encourage for all activation things, like we have this information available in the Discord for the US specifically. So exclamation mark, or actually I think exclamation mark Discord NA. But what is the use activation timeline for pre-purchases around May 22nd? Again, it depends on your data center. That's why I recommend going to the activation status. It gets updated on a weekly basis. If there is no update, it stays, but I do check it and update it each week. And so encourage you to go there because again, it's going to matter what DC you actually ordered for. Generally speaking, though, by end of June, with SV2 California being by the week of June 15th.
There's one of my favorite questions ever because it probably comes up like it's a showrunner. Like it comes up every time we have a Shadow News. So prepare yourself, Luke and Ryan. Whoever gets the answer first can say it. No buzzer. Is there information about being able to use a second monitor or additional storage?
Yes, it's available in the experimental alpha.
Oh my god, this guy's fast.
Experimental alpha currently available in Discord, probably to be found on the forum soon.
What?
That one I just threw in there for fun to see if Luke would stress out. But
I can see him sweating at the moment, so it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, but also real quick, Malta, I think you answered this in typing earlier, but there's been a question that's showed up a lot. Our dark entity. Is it fine to credit Shadow on the logo page if a game was created on it? What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Please do. Let us know. So we'd love to see it, and maybe, yeah, we'd love to share your story. Maybe would be super interesting. I think.
Yeah.
If you created, use Shadow for that. Hit us up. Hit Ryan. Hit Luke. Hit Malte. Hit Akimi. Hit everyone you see on Shadow. Let us know. Super interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all gamers except Luke. He's just playing Halo. Right?
Yeah.
No one cares.
I was reading questions. Sorry.
I see a question from Revolts97 asking if he or she were to cancel his or her Shadow Boost subscription and come back a few months later, how long would the activations take? If you cancel, you are going to be treated as a new customer again. So you don't get any kind of special treatments, unfortunately. You will have to wait the normal activation time as if you were a new customer. Unfortunately, I'm no prophet, so I can't tell you in advance how long you have to wait. It'll be more of on the day type of thing. So we have hit the top of the hour, so we can take a few more final questions, and then we can be on our merry way.
What comes after high noon, by the way? I'm thinking. Like there's before noon, there's high noon, afternoon. Wow, and then wow, all makes sense now. Look at that. God damn it. Okay, answer my own question. So silent.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm not hearing you anymore. Hello, guys.
Hello. Oh no. Oh no, we lost him.
I'm deep in thought.
Yeah.
You're deep in 5 second sleep, how we call it in German. You know, this is the time where most truckers do mistakes and ram into the side of a motorway. You know, because they have like those 2 second sleeps. It's like, oh my god, it's deadly. It's deadly. Luckily, we don't drive trucks at the same time.
Thank God.
That's true.
Yeah,
Be
be a bad trucker.
I'll answer a question real quick. Pirated software on Shadow can result in a ban. Pirated software is an illegal activity. Illegal activities are against the terms of use when using Shadow. I think the logic is pretty straightforward from there.
Yeah, in the US, actually, you can get shot for that on the street.
But to be
Political, sorry.
To be clear on that, of course we're not looking at what you're doing on your Shadow, and it's if we're solicited by the police or the feds, then we'll have to take action. But of course, you're doing this at your own risk.
Yep.
But we're not going to be also peeping into your Shadow to making sure you're not doing this. That's your own risk.
Yeah, we have no backdoor on your Shadow or something. We can actually not observe what you're doing with your Shadow. We can just see the way hardware is being used. So yeah, don't like, as Luke said, it's your own risk. Please don't use a VPN in your Shadow, because you probably will lose connection to your Shadow, and you will need support to intervene. Because I did that once to watch a show in Germany. Well, shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. It's not good. It's not fun. Because I had to talk to support, and they were like, "Really, Malte, you did that? Really? From all people?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm that guy."
That's gay. No. One question for me, 55555. Ryan, am I going to do gaming after this week? No. Just in blatant transparency. I still have some things I need to wrap up to make sure that the users impacted by the delay for SV2 need to be taken care of, as well as we're gonna bring it back. I think for sure next week. I'll have some fun planned for us to do then. So if you do enjoy that, please get ready for some fun next week. And then also, if you don't know what Shadow Gaming even is, that's when I stream after the Shadow news, doing gaming on Shadow, incorporating you, the community, whenever we can, to play games together and just have some fun, as well as answer some questions that trickle in.
And just let us know if you want to see more of Ryan or Luke or me, right?
Yeah.
Not only eating his pants, but just generally. Like, if you would like to see more games, if you want to like to see interviews with I don't know, Luke or Ryan, we could interview each other, you know.
We could.
Or just someone interesting.
So Luke,
right?
What's it like to eat your shorts?
I will have to keep that for the exclusive interview. And on that note, I think we can sign off, because we got to the point where we're talking about eating shorts. But,
okay, let me guess. The interview is going to be actually published on the forums, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exclusively.
Like everything.
So.
Everything else will be on the forum. So if you're not on the forum, you're not on Shadow. That's what it is. I'm sorry. It's a matter of fact, and so get used to it. But so that's the Shadow news for today. We do appreciate you guys stopping by, watching us, asking questions. We will be back next week for another special edition of the Shadow News. Thank you, Hi 217, for linking the forum. Please do smash that link a lot. Eurobertix, thank you for being here and watching us. Really, it's really cool to have you guys come talk, chat, and it makes confinement a little easier for us as well. Any parting words, guys?
Yeah, shout out to Marcus.
Yeah.
Wise man.
Yeah, Marcus.
Only thing I gotta add is basically just echoing what you said, Luke. We love this weekly live stream. You know, sometimes like today, news doesn't always get to be perfect for things like activation, but it's more important to us that we get to talk to you, whether that's about random topics, silly keywords. I don't know. Makes me smile.
And please stay healthy, guys. It's important now more than ever. I know it seems cool now, especially in Europe, but beware the second wave, guys.
Yeah.
Please remember to wear your mask and your cape. So yeah.
Mhm. Yep. For my folks in the
Stay safe.
U.S., be like, stay indoors, please, please.
Use Shadow.
Stay indoors. Use
Use Shadow.
Shadow.
Play Shadow.
Or
Or just play whatever you like.
I would rather you be yelling at me in my DMs about activation time than outdoors not helping flatten the curve. That's how much I want you to be indoors.
You heard him, guys. He wants a raid in his DM.
No. I was using it for an example.
What happened just done?
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Screenshot incoming.
Oh my gosh. No.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Take care, guys.